Hello, this is the Anthony S. of the Arizona Business Podcast. We're going to do a small educational tool here on my end. As you can see behind me, I'm in essentially an office. I'm very fortunate. I get to and recently created a workspace within my very close to where I live, and it allows me to quickly get in and out of my work, I'd say, mojo. Some are not so lucky. Some have a home, they have kids. There's nowhere really in the house that's really theirs to get stuff done. So I want to go through what I would say some tips, maybe some guidance, maybe some advice, what I've seen work in the past, what's worked for me to get stuff at home. Because as we know it, most of us will be working from home for at least the next couple weeks, if you're fortunate enough to still be working. The first one I'd say is make the space. What I mean by that, there's somewhere in your home where you're just going to have to say, you know what, I got to be able to work right here and not be bothered. And if you have two people, if it's a married couple, you have a couple kids, either you can almost share the same space, but I'd almost suggest that each one of you, if you're both working, still have to get your own individual parts of the home where you'll be getting stuff done. And that way, it doesn't change. A lot of us like to have a similar feel every day. That's why we don't change chairs every day. We don't like to change too many things. Otherwise, it just kind of gets in the way. You're starting to think about like those changes versus trying to get the work done. So I suggest that if you have two, get your own space. If you're single living alone, just pick apart your condo, apartment, home, house, whatever it might be, van, and make that the work location. Don't let anything else get in that space. Don't leave trash there. Don't do anything there. I have a really bad habit of that in my own desk. Not good. Make sure your desk is clean at all times. Don't leave trash there. It removes from the focus. Second, time block. This is frankly, even for me, kind of annoying because I like to change things up a lot. I don't like to sit and do the same thing over and over again. Every 2 to 3 hours, I like to change tasks at the very least, if not get crazier. In fact, I enjoy the chaos of changing more than most. Because of that, I have to time block where I really sit down and say I have to work at this time. And if I do not personally, I don't get stuff done. I really don't. And some days I don't because I don't time block well. That's part of the cost. So right now, where we're at, create the space, then time block. And especially if you have kids, this one's going to be tough. I know individuals right now that went from the house being quiet all day to now having 3 to 4 to 5 kids running around. And it's very difficult to push them away even though they see you and say, hey, look, I need to really get this done. I understand that. And in fact, that's why I kind of created this space. There's pictures. It's called The Grind. It's on Facebook. You come here, it's going to be me working. It's going to be you working. Or it's going to be whoever's watching the space while I'm with a client outside somewhere else. If we bring someone just to be part of the environment, help you out, do some minor help where they can. The photography space. Like it's all designed so people can still leave their home while still kind of feeling at home. At least that was the goal for it. And the reason is because even I know there's been many times where I've tried to be at home and get stuff done, get tasks done. It just doesn't work because there's too many things going on. There's too many other tasks that get in the way of the important ones. Create the location, time block, can stick to it. I think that'd be the third one. Really don't let people get in the way. Don't let other things get in the way. Really, really, really lock in. What else would there be? I don't really think there would be. I would advise on the secondary, taking time out of your day to learn some more skills. Right now, as I'm doing this, I'd say video, we're going through COVID-19. If you're from the future and you're watching this now, it'll be kind of a funny time for you to think back. Oh, I remember those couple months or whatever, how long it's going to be, a couple years. This is a time where it'd be to learn some more stuff at home. You're going to have time. You're going to have the availability. Pick up that violin. Take Spanish online. There's an opportunity here that most of us will miss because we'll sit and play video games or watch TV or even, do reading, but read for enjoyment and not trying to get something out of that time. There's really a golden moment here to self-improve. I think that's where we'll leave it today. Those are just some things I've seen work. I mean, those are probably, if I had to guess and if I was to go look up an article on this, those are probably the main 3 or 4 things they're going to say as well, because they work. I'm not pulling these from just myself. I know individuals that work at home. I know a lot of, one man, one woman shows, one person shows that have to do it out of their back office, and they get done. This is the Anthony S., the Arizona Business Podcast. Hope you're all doing well, and I'll talk to you soon.